Welcome back to Healthy with Nicole. In today's video, I want to talk about how to eat to manage stress. We all have stress, right? It's never going to go away, so we have to do the things that we can to mitigate its effects. And one of those things is the way that you eat. What you eat and when you eat can make a big difference in how much stress hormone is released into your body. So one of the things that we can do is to eat as soon as we wake up in the morning. It's very well known that in the morning your stress hormones go up naturally. This is to wake you up for the day. But we don't want them to go too high, so one of the things that you can do is to eat right away, and that will help to bring your stress hormones down. When we don't eat for a long time, and this is also with fasting, our stress hormones go up as a result of low blood sugar. When the blood glucose gets too low, that's stressful on the body, and the adrenaline and cortisol are released, which is partly why we feel a boost when we are fasting. But this is not something that we want to have happen all the time because it does, create a stressful situation within our body, whether or not we feel stressed. So we want to eat right away as soon as you wake up in the morning if your goal is to manage stress. So within a 30-minute window or so of waking up, that's typically what I do. It doesn't need to be a huge meal, just something that gives you a little bit of glucose first thing in the morning with some protein and fat. So something like a little bit of fruit with your coffee, if you're having it, is fine. Putting collagen powder in your coffee will help to give you some protein. Just make sure you get a little combination of protein, fat, and carbohydrate. For me, I always start off my morning with a little bit of yogurt with some fresh fruit, and that gives me a little combination of everything. The other bonus about having yogurt or any other dairy products is calcium. So I know a lot of people say they don't do well with dairy. If that's the case, you can scale back and sort of train yourself with small amounts. Or you can also try goat milk. Goat milk has calcium as well. I don't recommend calcium supplements. You really want to try to get it from your food. So dairy products are a better way to go if your digestive system can handle it. If it can't, you might want to start looking into gut health because usually it is something related to gut that's not able to handle the dairy. So small amounts can help you to build up to that. So dairy is good, but generally speaking, first thing in the morning you want to eat. And then keeping your blood sugar level throughout the day, actually frequent meals is better for your stress levels than eating one or even two meals throughout the day. And this is again because blood sugar dips when we get hypoglycemic, our stress hormones go up. And so the problem with that is that when the stress hormones go up, they do affect your thyroid and your adrenal glands, which again, then in turn affect your sex hormones. So if you are seeing things like hormone imbalance, PMS, lack of libido, things like that, then this is a sign that your stress hormones are probably too high too often and are having an impact on everything else on your body. So that's kind of how it works. So eating frequently for a lot of people does a lot to help keep the stress hormones low. Also, certain kinds of foods that you're eating, and I want to mention minerals for one. The most common is going to be salt. So I love this flake salt. It's actually Maldon Salt. You can get it on Amazon. And any other kind of good clean salt. Basically, the sodium will help to keep that stress cortisol hormone down. And so salt on your food just, normally is a good thing. And you can have it before bed if you have trouble sleeping, if your cortisol is too high at night. Then a little bit of salt in your evening snack is great. You can also put it in some bone broth if you're a carnivore or a low-carb person or non-dairy. That's also a great way to get your minerals in at night and add a little salt. So salt to keep cortisol and stress hormones down. Also, can't go without mentioning the magnesium. And so magnesium, I found this brand, Electrolyte Balance, it's actually magnesium bicarbonate with silica. Again, no affiliation with this company, but I happen to really love the product. You just put a little bit in water or, dilute it a little bit and have this. I drink it throughout the day, also in the evening to help you sleep. But the magnesium is super important for not only for stress hormones, but also general thyroid health. Most people are a little low in the magnesium department. So never a problem to add more magnesium. You'll know it if you do too much because you'll get loose stools. But magnesium, most people, we're going to need some of that. All right, and then another one is your electrolytes and trace minerals. So this is a great product, Concentrace. Also, you can get this on Amazon. And this is just something you add to your water to get extra trace minerals. This also helps with keeping stress hormones down and thyroid function. And I can't go without mentioning honey. And so when we talk about getting the stress hormones down with glucose, sometimes people aren't wanting to take in any carbs. If you're a carnivore, if you're low carb, if you are keto, you know, sometimes people aren't wanting to do that. But honey does have a lot of value in that area, and it's very concentrated, so you don't need very much. And if you combine this with a little bit of protein, you won't have much of a glucose spike. So this is kind of a good cocktail to have either first thing in the morning or when you go to bed. The calcium with the glucose makes a good combination, and the protein too, to help keeping the blood sugar from going too high. So there's a few things that you can do to manage your stress levels with diet, and we'll talk more in another video about some other things that you can do to manage your stress levels so that it doesn't make you sick. Well, if you like that video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video.